Hey, what's up? This is Rick Rumble from Rumble in the Morning on FM 99 Radio in Norfolk, Virginia, and worldwide at FM99.com. And you are listening to the Hoppe and Super Rich Show.
All right, welcome back. Super Rich had to get up on out of here, but it's the Hoppe and Super Rich pregame show. Since we've been getting calls now that we're leaving, so it's kind of funny, but I'm cool. I got nowhere to go. It's 3 in the morning. All right, we were talking about everything going on with those DUI checkpoints and how I think they're pathetic, and that punk Ryan Scott from DeKalb who did it wrong with that video that I tweeted out at Hoppe Radio 893. All right, we have another caller on the Hoppe and Super Rich show. Who is this?
Yeah, it's Primo.
What's up, man? How's it going?
That's all right. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. You know, like I was saying, you know, and no disrespect to the last caller, but she kind of sounded like you should get the guy that did the filming number and let them hook up because they sound like they could be boyfriend and girlfriend. Now, the cop sounded so mad that he couldn't do what he wanted to do to that guy because he told him he was taped. You see what I'm saying, man?
Yeah, what do you think he wanted to do to him? What did he want to do to that punk Ryan Scott? What's your take?
I think he wanted to pull him out the car, search it down for marijuana, because he probably looked like a stoner, you know what I'm saying? And be like, yeah, we won another over team. We got a drug dealer, you know?
Yeah, look at the video. Look it up online, Ryan Scott, DUI Checkpoint, DeKalb. Because when you look at the guy, this guy's not a clean-cut guy. This guy's not classy. As I told my co-host, Super Rich, he looks like he mows lawns or does some low-level job. Like, you know the cop was trying to find any reason to find booze.
Exactly.
Or I agree with you, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He thought he had a major drug bust. Yeah, because, you know, DeKalb, I mean, who would he go to besides college kids?
Yeah.
If he would have found a bag of weed, should have made that guy look like some big-time drug dealer down there. You know what I'm saying? Like, cops all the time on TV, you know? They do little shows and, yeah, we got another one off the street. Man, you caught the guy with bags, man.
You can't say the F word. Say it one more time.
Oh, sorry.
It's all good, bro. Don't worry.
Like, yeah, but it's like, you know, what do you thought he was going to do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Way more for the team, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got this guy with some weed, you know, he's probably a big-time dealer down there.
Yeah.
I mean, what the cops really doing, DeKalb? Nothing.
And here's my thing. Weed should be legal. I'm cool if you smoke weed, but if you have it in the car and you get pulled over and you screw up, then you should get caught. You're an idiot for having it in the car. But when it's because you're in a checkpoint and the cop's just trying to get you mad to overreact, that's when it's hard for me to respect them. Here's my second point. I know someone who got taken in by the Palatine cops, which are known to be very dirty, looking for any tickets. Shout out to that awful town of cops. They took in my friend who had a half dime of weed, which is like $4 worth of weed. I've never smoked weed, but that's worth nothing. And he had to pay like $400 bail for weed that's worth $5. So those cops were desperate for the end of the month quotas. And here's why I know it was for that. This happened on like August 27th of this year, end of the month. Is there a coincidence to that? No. What do you think?
I think, you know, like you said, he's just trying to make quota. You know what I'm saying?
And
that's all it was.
Yeah, it's cool if you have to make money for the town, but do it the right way. Get the drunk drivers.
People. Exactly.
And maybe,
that's the point that you made. You know what I'm saying about the drunk drivers? They're stupid because it means, like, you know, you can't judge nobody for what they're doing nowadays.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're your own person. But at least if you don't have no respect for yourself, have a little respect for the people. Like, man, I might slip and hit the gas pedal instead of brake and run somebody over, you know? Then you're going to give some long line in court with tears. I'm so sorry for what I did. I didn't mean it. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Because if you didn't, you wouldn't have been drunk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Keep it real, man. These cops is getting away with a lot. See, I stay in Evanston, okay? You know, and I did my little dirt. I'm not going to say my name, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I fix cars for a living, okay? And where I'm at, I get harassed so much for fixing cars. An officer, Evanston police officer, told me this. It's so crazy. They was like, man, you get harassed more for fixing these cars now than...
What's the worst thing that's ever happened to you by a cop? What's the thing where when you think about it, you just get so angry and infuriated?
Oh, okay. Like I said, this is my town. I grew up in a little incident that happened. Like I was fixing cars and I was doing a little, how can I say this? I was young and stupid.
Yeah.
To make a long story short, these guys came in my house to try to rob me. Now, the police know who I am, okay? Did a home invasion. The guy came in there with like a fake gun. And what I was doing, when they came in to rob me, the door was open. So when he put the gun in, I grabbed the gun and put it in the chair. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to let the gun go off because my door's open. I know they're going to call the police then, you know?
Yeah.
So then I hit him twice, boom. Then the guy that cut it off to get me to open the door to get the weed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He just on top of me and jumping. Now I run next door to my neighbor's house, try to knock on the door. They wouldn't answer. You know, I'm calling 911 at 7-Eleven. You know, stuff that right on the corner. I called them 3 times, and I was stupid for not, you know, taking this to a lawyer. The 3rd time I called, that was like, right, we got better things to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you got guns and hung up the phone. Here it is. I'm home of it, and I'm not exaggerating, bro, when I tell you this. One of the officers from Evanston Township, one of the old security guys at Evanston Township is a cop now. He seen me in his cold. He's like, what are you going out here with no shoes? I'm like, man, you dudes just came in the crib trying to rob me. You know what I'm saying? Boom.
Yeah.
That black cop had to get like 4 other cops to come by the house, you know? Now this
What
guy,
the hell?
Yeah, and I'm not lying, you know? This happened in, I went to Virginia in 2006. That's like 2005, you know? If you can go look at old police reports, you would see this, you know, because these guys try to do a home invasion, try to take one of our cars. These cops did not come until after 4 officers were there. Now, mind you, I called 911 3 times. 3 times. The 3rd time they told me, well, don't you got guns over there, and hung up the phone on me. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for that officer coming to 7-Eleven and seen me, you know, man, who knows what would have happened. You know, it was the black officer that took me down there on Howard Street, and I was like, there's my car, but I don't see the guys, you know? And one of the guys was on the police car, but he was ducking out, so I couldn't see him. I'm like, there you go, right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He went over there and arrested him. The guy, one of the officers was like, man, just let him go anyway. And when the officer told me when he brought me back home, he's like, my word of advice to you, a lot of these officers don't like you. I wouldn't piss nobody off because if you get whacked out here, you know, they're not going to investigate it. And it's the truth. We get stereotyped so much for what we do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Be fair. Be fair. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, if somebody's out there drunk, they deserve to go to jail. Yeah, if a dude's driving around with marijuana in the car, he deserves to go to jail. Because you're stupid if you get caught. You know what I'm saying? But if you're legit, all your taxes up to date, you got your license, and they say license and registration.
And I feel bad for everything you guys go through. They just see a black person, and then they just get suspicious. Because I have a lot of friends in the suburbs that I hang out with. This one time we got pulled over. It was for nothing. It was literally, he didn't even have a reason. Like, it was such a bad reason to pull us over. I don't remember why he pulled us over. So he pulled us over, and he goes, do you have any coke or heroin in the car? I live in the suburbs. Why the hell would I have heroin in the car? Here's the best part. He goes, and I should have, like, filmed this because I have an iPhone. I don't know why I didn't film this. The cop goes, so which one of you black kids has weed on you? And here's the best part about it. I said to the cop, I'm like, do you mean the kid in the red shirt or the black shirt? Because I was really angry. Like, they're just trying to find something to do. Here's the best part. This was at the end of the month last summer. What a coincidence, once again. And I'm not going to go on the air. I don't want to come off, man. I don't want us to come off like some punks who are like, F the cops, man. But it's like, they need to be called out. It feels good to be on the radio saying this because, like, people are afraid, oh, no, what are the cops going to do? We're on the radio. We can speak our mind. There are plenty of cops who are great dads, who are great role models, who go visit schools and teach kids about life and what not to do. There are plenty of great cops that put their life on the line every day. But there are way too many cops who are either joining now, dude, or they're just being cops just so they can have that power trip because they never did anything in life. So now it's their one chance to do something. And I'm just getting fed up with it, and it feels great to call them out. What do you think?
Yeah, and I think you did a wonderful job.
Thank you, sir.
More people like y'all on the air, you know, this is a serious, serious problem.
It's getting worse.
Think about it. Like, for the past couple of weeks, I've been watching the news. All these cops have been accidentally killed somebody. Okay, like the guy in the Walmart. Come on, he's in the store. They know that he grabbed the BB gun. Come on, what is he going to do with a BB gun? But you whack him in the store. You know what I'm saying? He's so angry, and they wanted to shoot him. If I shoot this guy, I might get popped up. That didn't come across their mind. What came across their mind is dummy check. They might check the security camera.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they're getting away with a lot. And until there's more guys like you that come on the air and address this issue, man, it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough, man.
Because I just do an overnight show from like 2 to 4 a.m., but I love this gig. I love coming on the air. I wish more people would have the guts to say something. I don't want to come off like some shock jock, like I'm saying this for the shock value. I believe this. A lot of cops are getting dirty. It's for the whole power trip. And then here's the best part. I went to St. Louis this week with my uncle, and my uncle's a great guy, very outgoing, talks to everyone he sees. It's sort of annoying, but I love the guy. So he went up to every cop in St. Louis, and he's saying, what is your take on everything that went on in Ferguson? They didn't defend the cop, but they sort of defended the cop. Like, how can you defend him? Sure, the kid was robbing a liquor shop. Maybe he was a thug. Maybe he wasn't the best person. But the kid was just trying to get drunk and high off of Swishers and alcohol, and the kid walked away, and he shot him like 9 times. There's never a reason ever that a cop should shoot someone who's robbing a liquor shop. That's the pettiest of the pettiest crimes, that you should take his life. Yeah, Mike Smith maybe should have been tased or tackled, but he was running away. What the hell? And it's just we just sweep it under the rug. The media, if CNN and Fox News were talking about how bad cops are getting, maybe it would get talked about. But no one says anything, and it just gets swept under the rug. For 2 weeks, there was that whole fakeness that people pretended they cared about Ferguson. But now you're moving on to Roger Goodell and his dumbass screwing over the NFL. That's sports. At the end of the day, that means diddly squat. But we have this trend where we just move on from things, and it's the fake outrage. I'm outraged over Ferguson, but I don't think that many people were. It was just the cool thing. Let's be mad about Ferguson. Now we're mad about Ray Rice. I wonder what we'll be mad about in November. It's just like we need to be focused, and we can't let these cops off the hook. I like cops. I know a lot of great cops, but there's this new trend, man, with the checkpoints going on in Illinois. My uncle, who lives in Los Angeles, he says there's not that many checkpoints in Los Angeles, and when they are, they let you go. They're just doing this trying to make us money, and I'm getting sick of it. And it feels great to have us talking on the air in Chicago, the 3rd biggest city, speaking our mind, man.
Man, like I said, you did a wonderful job, and there should be more DJs like you that address this issue. You know,
oh yeah,
like nobody cares, and I think if a lot of more DJs come on there like you guys and address and let the community know, like, this is a major problem we're having here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then they'll probably start thinking, you know? So they're not thinking, man. Not thinking. Like when you tell me this way about you being in the car with your buddies at Valentine's, you know? First thing that came to my mind when I heard you talking about it earlier was like, okay, you know, this is what it is. They pull him over. There's a white guy. You got 2 black guys in the car, so they're probably the drug dealers.
Yeah.
In Valentine, what they're doing out here in Valentine, probably having a white guy driving around to sell cocaine and heroin. You know what I'm saying? And if you were close by the 290, which we know what the nickname is for that, heroin highway coming from the west side, you know what I'm saying? They would have loved to find anything. And the main thing you was having that they didn't smell no weed, or y'all didn't smoke weed in the car. So they'd have tore that car up, man. I see cops out here tear the car up. One time they pulled me over. They're checking in my air cleaner. I'm like, come on, dude. If I have drugs in there, don't you think it'd be destroyed? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's so crazy. And the real people that y'all supposed to be coming at and trying to catch you can't do that. You know, a couple of months back, they had a couple of years back, they had an Emerson article in the Emerson Review, and it was like, where are the police when you need them? They showed 8 cops at Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, my God.
I mean, not Dunkin' Donuts, 7-Eleven. Right around the corner. And it's crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? They could do what they do. You know, and they get away with it. Like right now, we speak. You know how many cops are getting away with murder?
Oh, I wonder how many cops are right now. They have the show on, and they're just getting mad because they're mad that there's people that are actually calling them out because they've gotten away with this for way too long.
Dude, we're in Evanston. If any Evanston officer was hearing this, they know who I am. They'll be over here harassing.
I hope they don't know what I look like, or they'll pull me over driving home.
Man, they probably will. They probably will, man, you know? And you got to be careful because, believe it or not, and they don't want to admit it, and I'm not saying so much the suburbs, but Chicago, I see this all the time. So, I'm a mechanic, and I've seen one time, cop pulled me over out west. He was like, any drugs or guns in the car? I'm like, no, sir. What have you been arrested for? I know he was going to read my background, so I told him. All right, have a nice day. He looked at me. I'm like, man, come on, dude. I'm working. I'm dirty. Got two in the back. All right, let him go. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? But up north, man, these guys will see you bust a U-turn. I bet you he got something on there. And then if the car's registered to your name and you got a background, you're definitely screwed. You know, out west, yeah, they will put a dope on you. If they can't get you and they want you bad, they'll put something on you. And it's going to be not too long. All these cops get called out by good DJs like you.
Yeah.
They're going to stop riding around with that drop pack. And what I mean by drop pack, they know this guy is cool. They just don't like him. You know, he always gets away. Whose word they going to believe? He got some background. Oh, what is this we have here? I don't know. Whatever you put there, you know? And you're going to get slammed, beat up, and thrown in the car. I mean, man, I wish there was more DJs like you. I usually don't call radio stations, but I heard this, you know what I'm saying? And you did a good job, man, because this issue needs to be addressed.
Yeah.
And if people's not listening, seeing this, and watching the news, it's like every other week now there's an incident with the officer.
Oh, it's getting bad, especially with like mobile phones that can film it.
Exactly. And like the guy that filmed it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he just messed it all up. Because I guarantee if he didn't let that officer know that he was being filmed,
yeah,
the treatment that he got and stuff he was saying, because he knew he was getting filmed, it wouldn't have went like that.
Oh, no. It would have been worse. That's why that guy's an idiot. He should have not specified that he's being filmed. He could have got gold. And here's the second part. If he were classy but being a douchebag at the same time and not just being such a punk who's trying to sound smarter than he is, he could have got gold out of this cop. But he just started repeating himself. You need to have a smarter person doing this. Trust me, anybody out there listening, if you know of a checkpoint because they have to post it in the newspaper or you see one, go through it. And I'm not saying mess with the cops, but film it and you will see them mess with me. I don't know if you heard the part in the beginning, but one day when I was up for 18 hours doing a radio show at school and then going to my internship, it was a long day. The cop kept saying, did you drink? Did you drink? No, I didn't. These cops just make up things in these checkpoints. So anybody out there listening, when you go through a checkpoint, film it and be classy, but be pushy so that the cops look bad. You know what I mean, dude?
Exactly. And don't let them know that they're being filmed.
Because then they're going to be on their best behavior. That guy may have broke his window and then said he did it in anger.
Man, if you heard him and how he was getting so agitated and aggravated, he was more upset.
Oh, yeah.
He couldn't do what he really wanted to do.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, man, come on, man. You know, yeah, he messed that whole thing up, man. He messed that whole thing up.
Here's my last point, before I go to break or before I end the show. But this has been cool. I love getting calls about this, putting the cops on blast on the radio in Chicago. Here's the thing. This doesn't happen that much in, like, downtown Chicago because they're making their money off of the speeding cameras, off of everything that the corrupt politicians do, like that scumbag Rahm Emanuel. But here's the thing. These checkpoints happen in DeKalb because they have to find some way to make money. They're not making that much money in DeKalb, and it happens in suburbs that are clean cut. They have to find some way to make their quotas. But whenever you ask a cop, do you have quotas? They deny it. Of course they're going to deny it. They don't have to tell you the truth. I just feel like this is necessary to call them out. I'm not going to do this every week because I don't want to be a broken record, but like, if this keeps happening, I'm going to keep talking about it because someone needs to say something. Like, imagine if CNN, Fox News, MSNBC were pushing this subject. Cops would be on their best behavior. But they're above the law, man. They can do whatever the hell they want. Screw you. Enough.
Exactly. And I know, you said you don't want to sound like a broken record, but, I mean, you do a good job, man.
Thank you, sir. I really appreciate that.
There's a lot of issues out here. Not just loopholes, but there's a lot of issues with a lot of things that need to be addressed. You know what I'm saying? And people are scared to saying it. Man, one reason why they don't want to be stupid, looked out, or they're scared that they might get back at somebody might get back at them. Don't worry about it. Stand up for yourself. Don't be a weakling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't be a weakling. But don't, use your power. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. It's crazy, man. But, man, you did a wonderful job.
Thank you, sir.
I usually don't call in the radio show, but, man, I was feeling you, bro. And I know you're not just doing it for no brownie points. It's real, man. It's real, man.
Because it's getting bad.
Man, you real, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Keep on staying real, bro. Have a good night, dog. Peace.
Sounds good, man. Wow. That just made my ego so big to have a real call like that. Because I'm not going to say I want to be some edgy talk show host because I have fun segments. But when there's something that needs to be called out and there's something that needs to be talked about, I'm going to say it. I'm 21 years old. I would love to get into radio, and it just feels great to have this platform where people that want to call the show and speak their mind. Like, I'm ranting so hard, I'm having a brain fart. It's how mad the cops get me. I'm going to say this again just in case you just tuned in and you think we're trashing the cops. Cops are great. Cops save people's lives. They put their lives on the line every night in Chirac. They put their lives on the line every day when you pull someone over. You don't know if it's Jeffrey Dahmer or some nut job like that with a gun. But at the same time, they need to look themselves in the mirror. You're ruining people's days when you pull them over for not coming to a complete stop, or for speeding, or for doing this and that, or for having 2 black kids in the car. Like, when that happened and I had my 2 friends in the car, that pig from the Palatine Police Department, God, why didn't I get his number down? I'm doing it next time, but I don't want to be pulled over at the same time. But, like, how do you look yourself in a mirror and you're saying you're ruining a young person's life, or you're ruining an innocent African-American person's life just because they were born with that skin color, and you're working in that department, and that's what you have to deal with? Sorry. And if that's how we have to make money, by getting these quotas in, then we need to find new ways to make money. Do we need to have lemonade shops on each corner where kids sell lemonade to make the town money? I mean, anything. It's 2014. There has to be ways to make the towns money, and not just through quotas. In the towns that I live in, there's not that much going on. So how else are the cops going to make money? It's ridiculous. It's getting out of hand. I'm about to leave, and I'm going to play the song to close up shop. But here is my last point I will leave you with. Cops will never go away, and I don't want them to go away. They serve and they protect us. They keep us safe. But the suburban cops need to look themselves in the mirror and realize that they're not as important as the cops in the city. All you're doing is hanging out in a checkpoint for 6 hours, ruining people's day just so that you can get your quotas in to make the town money. I get that quotas will never go away because that's how towns make their money, but we need to reformat the system so that it's not unfair to innocent people just trying to get home. Up next, as I close up shop and end the show, I will play the throwback Jump Smokers, Don't Be a Douchebag, which I dedicate to all the suburban cops. This has been the Hoppe and Super Rich Show on WNUR 89.3 FM. We will be on next week, 2 to 4 a.m. Peace out.
The Hoppe and Super Rich Show. Don't be a douchebag. Don't be a douchebag. Don't be a douchebag.
This is an official broadcast of Hoppe Radio. For more info, check out hopperadio.com and hoppesworld.com.